welcome to Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and we're here today with a traditional block that we've played around with and we had a lot of fun with. Now, normally this block is called rails, but I'm calling it ombre because we're playing with colors of fabric and strips, and it's just going to be a lot of fun sewing today. Very easy and very scrap friendly. But first, let's do our shout out. Our shout out today is Russ at Quilt Meets World. Now, Russ's channel is growing steadily and he's got some really cool things going on over there. So you know the drill. If you go over there, check him out, and you like what you see, tell him that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you, because he doesn't know this one is coming. It's going to be a very cool surprise for Russ. Now, the other thing you're going to find in the show notes besides his YouTube channel and how to get there is our Zoom sew date for our monthly sew date. Now, we have it once a month on Saturdays, the first Saturday of the month, and it's usually between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm either in Alberta or Arizona. So those sew dates are lots of fun and a lot of international community, and you never know who you're going to meet there. We have some lovely people that show up for that. So if you want a fun sew date, please go. Please come. The other thing you're going to find is our Facebook group. Now, our Facebook group is doing the normal things Facebook groups do, except we're now doing fabric swaps, and we have a whole bunch of different chats about different things, like community chats about working with scrap fabric, what people are doing, and sharing ideas on how to store them and all sorts of stuff. Plus, we have that virtual sewing room, which is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we do tell people, if you go in and you're there by yourself, just mention within the group that you're sewing and post the link there, and other people may come and join you. It's usually a lot of fun, and people have become friends meeting in there. So it's very interesting. Share, like, and subscribe with your friends. Click the thumbs up if you like this video. Put a comment in, because I love replying to your comments, and your comments and your thumbs up help our analytics to move this video forward. So come on in, let's get to some fun and easy sewing today. Okay, here we are at the sewing machine, and the hardest part about this block is probably deciding what part's the hard part. So we're gonna get started. It's just, there's no hard parts. Now, I decided I was going to go with the teal, and then have teal in the low volume as well, right? To go, from darkest to lightest. But you could play around with any of this, like if you wanted to do blues or, greens, whatever. You could play with this ombre effect. Have your darkest in the middle, your medium, and then your light, and then your low volume picks up an additional accent from, like I have a little bit of, teal in here with a little bit of red and all sorts of stuff. It's okay to have a little bit extra. Now I'm just going to do both sides, both the medium and the light teal. But I thought, now this would be fun. And of course, the next block beside, it doesn't lay like this, it lays like this. So, I mean, you could have a lot of fun with this pattern too. And because you've got it bordered with little sashing, there's no seams to match up. Yay! You don't have to match up any seams, so it's really beginner friendly. So let's get the first 3 off of here. Okay. Now, I'm going to press to the darkest on this just because it's probably easier to manage that way. I mean, if you're a person that likes to press open, by all means press open. That we're not saying you can't press open, and we're just saying it's whichever is easiest for you to do. There we go. Take the next one. Now this is a good test of your 1/4 inch foot too, right? All the cutting instructions are in the show notes for this 12.5 inch block, because I'm trying to do a bunch of 12.5 inch blocks, so they're easier for me to sew together as an orphan block quilt. Now, let's get these. I don't want to press to the light, I want to press to the dark, so flip them over so we get the medium. There we go. You can play around with textures too. This is perfect for Okay, there we go. Get this off like so. There we go. Just sew them together just like that. Well, that's not taking any time at all. I think the hardest part about this block would be picking your fabric, right? Because sometimes, you know, like that fabric, you know, if it's the right colors or combination of colors, right? I mean, if we have lots and lots of scraps, we can start playing with dark, mediums, and lights, right? You know, but this is one of those that's just, you know, let's have some fun. We don't have to be stressed out. I am so glad my 301A is back from the sewing machine doctor. It was quite stressful not having her around. And we're pressing to the dark, so everything gets pressed into the middle, like this way. So I'm going to just put that out, just like so. And there we go. And I guess I got a leader ender to throw through. No, I don't need a leader ender. I just need something to... Now, I put the skinny strips in the middle, right? So you can start by the top down, right? That works. Okay, there we go. And you want to hold that so that it doesn't, your seam doesn't flip on you, right? Your seam doesn't twist. You press them all the same way. Here we go. There's one. Oh. There. Get the last seam here. And now there's another one. The skinny strips. The skinny strips. I decided to put skinny strips through because it broke the block up a bit. You know, it's not all this big blob of dark teal and not all this blob of, you know, medium or anything like that. There's some definition in here. Now this strip here, the skinny strips are only 1 inch. So basically you're going to have this block there. Okay, get that. Now I'm just going to press away this way because there's a whole bunch of seams here that are going to make resistance, right? So I decided I needed to break it up a bit because it was starting to look a little dark, you know? So I was like, okay, it started to look a bit, you know, I needed it a little bit airier, you know, a little bit lighter. I was sewing another skinny strip. There we go. Okay. So that goes out like this. Okay, like this. There. Okay, you line it up. Okay, you line up this edge. Yeah. All right. And now the last one. There. We're going to sew on the thicker one at the bottom of this. Okay. Yeah. Well, I have a leader ender here beside me. Hang on. I'll just move this. Finger press this so it's a little flatter. See, it breaks up the eye. It breaks up that, you know, those long pieces. Now this also lends itself, if you didn't have enough of this dark teal, or, you know, you could start, as long as it was the same tone that created an ombre, this block would work. So let's put something under the sewing machine. Here we go. This is a leader ender that I'm currently working on. So this is just This one's all about fun, having some fun. A lady gave me a bag of 3-inch blocks. So I'm deciding I'm going to make a charity quilt out of them. Just so they're not laying around. You know, just out of something simple like, you know, a 4-patch. Very quick, very simple. Okay, so now these two sew together. Okay. Okay, now that's bigger. Oh, wait a minute. I should probably go this way. I got more seams I don't want to flip. I don't want to flip my seams, so I want to make sure they're up there and they're going the right direction. And that way your block's going to lay absolutely flat. It'll be lovely. Here we go. There. And now, let's see. Let's get another one out. These are all cute little... Look at the bird. Isn't that cute? That was part of that gift. And I thought, what a sweet gift to give somebody. You know. And she knows I'm going to make it into a charity quilt, so that's fine. And I thought, yeah, it's so cute. So darling. It's going to be kind of like a mini I Spy as well. Okay. So now now we've got the entire center done. So we're just going to press into the white, or the light. Okay, so we've got the entire center done. So now we want to add our 12.5 by 1.5 inch strips to the outside edge, right? Just to complete it, right? To get it, you know, this way you don't have any seams to match up when you're doing this ombre block with other ombre blocks. It's all been pre-bordered and everything works nice, and, you know, it's just going to slide together lovely. Okay. Well, now we're just going to make sure those seams on the bottom are going the right way. Yes, they are, so they're good to sew. There. It'll be easy to iron too. There we go. Another one of these. Ugh. Yeah, we'll put these two together. That'll be fun. A lot of cute posy prints in here in that 3.5 inch. This is a Leader Ander project, right? So I put mine on the back burner to get this one done. So hopefully this will be nice. All right. Now, the last piece goes on the other side. Okay. So I'm just going to push this one out that way. Just finger press it in place. There we go. And get the last piece on. Okay, now I want to see where... I'll show you how the back looks, right? Now with those 1-inch strips, the 1/4 inch seam should match perfectly up with... If you've got a good 1/4 inch foot, you don't have to worry about this seam, because it'll just disappear in the seam. You won't be able to see that there's white in there. But I do have a little bit showing through, but it hasn't changed the size overall of the block. So I'm good with it. You know, they'll all sew together nice, and we won't have a bunch of problems. And this block will lie absolutely flat. And this is a good one for beginners, you know, to try, because it is an easy block. Okay, now let's get one more piece here. There, and oh, a nice check, a nice brown check with a bright daisy. Yeah. There we go. And all I have to do now is finger press this out, and we'll get to our ta-da moment right now. So here we are with Ombre. I had a lot of fun with this one, and wow, did this one ever come out flat. I was very, very impressed just by finger pressing, and this was like no challenge to iron whatsoever once I got it to the ironing board. Now, one block would go this way and the other block beside it would go this way. So you would have all that move, you know, that kind of like stamping going on. So it's not all the same direction. There's no outside seams to match up because everything has been sashed, right? So it's got an outer border already. And you could have a lot of fun just playing with colors with this. Now, your scraps don't have to all be the same color down the center or on the sides, right? You could go with blues that are all light blues and then medium blues and then dark blues, right? And you would get almost the same effect. And you could play with patterns and content like that too, right? So I hope you give this one a try. This, like I said, I couldn't believe how fast this came together, and while you watched me sew it together. And if I wasn't talking, I would have sewed it faster. So I hope you have an absolutely amazing week ahead and everything goes right for you in your sewing room and in your life. And okay, my husband and I are just so thrilled to have you watch our videos, and I hope you get something wonderful out of them too. Okay, take care until we see each other again. Okay, bye. My husband and I would love to thank you for watching our videos and being part of our Facebook group and coming to our Zoom meetings. It's been so much fun on this little adventure that we've been on YouTube. I just want to we are doing Zoom sew dates still coming up and those dates are going to be listed in the show notes of this video for the next year. We're making that commitment to you, and we're having a lot of fun with those Zoom sew dates. So please, you know, feel free to come in. Even if you're not a quilter and you just want to come and do some crocheting or knitting or whatever, yeah, come on down. We're good. The other thing is I still am doing speaking engagements for the quilt gals just to help them out to get back on their feet. I am doing only Zoom meetings, and I have a PowerPoint presentation that talks about all the free patterns that we have put out and will be putting out to the world. So they're more than welcome to take any of my patterns and use them for their charity quilts, right? So that's kind of important that they know that we're there. So if you are part of a guild, let your programs person know that we're speaking for free over Zoom only. We're not doing any traveling or anything like that. The other thing that I want to let you know is that we do in our Facebook group, everybody's sharing pictures and having fun and asking questions, and it's a hoot. And we do still have the room feature in Facebook that we can go sew within. My admin person, Kathy, was able to set that up. It's no longer called Brenda's room, it's called Kathy's room, but we got a room. We do have a room working, so we're all happy with that. So if you get the opportunity to come join us on Facebook, that's great. We'd love to have you. So until we meet again, I hope you have you and your family have an absolutely amazing weeks ahead, okay? You take care. All right, bye.